No Thursday game tonight, but we would never cancel our weekly date with ESPN football analyst and fellow Hall of Fame quarterback Steve Young. Let's begin with this. Josh Gordon has been suspended indefinitely. If you're in Tom Brady's shoes, how big a loss is this for what you want to do on the field?
Well, Josh Gordon was kind of the replacement for Randy Moss 10 years later. Like this offense, with who Tom Brady is, someone who can extend the field, can threaten perceptionally as well as reality. You remember, football games are every 7 days. There's 6 days where the defense has to think about, oh my gosh, there's this guy that can go by you. Watch out, he's a deep threat. Now, without him, they don't think about that. And they start to, they kind of contract a little bit and they get a little tighter. There's still all the guys he's had, all the people, the same names that are going to be the threats. And this is not going to mean that Tom Brady can't go do his job, but he loses the perceptional threat league-wide as they go out to play defenses that say, you know what, I'm going to tighten up a little bit because Josh Gordon's not on the field.
Well, see, let's continue along that train of thought. We've all been wondering, my God, Tom Brady is north of 40. For a while, he showed no signs of slippage. Do you think he has reached the point now when you just watch him with the naked eye that maybe you're seeing a little something here?
Yeah, but look, if he was 31 years old and he had a couple games like this, you're like, yeah, everyone does that. No one's perfect, except that Tom Brady's perfect. So then when he's not perfect, like, oh, 41, by definition, it's about your age. I don't know that I want to go, as much as I think it has to be, I don't want to go there yet because Tom has just defied every odds. And so I want to see him finish this season. I'm worried that at some point, 41, 42, there's no way that no matter how pliable you are, no matter how many green juice things you have, no matter what, it's gonna take a toll. But right now, I still want to hold. Tom does that to you. You got to hold back and say, I'm not so sure. These kind of lulls in seasons. I seen 28-year-old Tom Brady go through this.
Are those green juice things making you feel younger?
No, I don't. I don't actually drink them. I just look at them. I'm not. Tom Brady drinks everything.
I bet Steve drinks that stuff.
I wouldn't drink that stuff.
Broccoli salad in a juice. It's awesome. Yeah.
God.
As a quarterback, as you know, your throwing arm is a really big deal. So if you were Cam Newton, and I don't know how many problems you had with your arm. Maybe you never had. Maybe you were lucky. But if you were Cam Newton, how concerned would you be about your shoulder at this point?
Oh, hugely concerned. I had a small issue with my shoulder, a little scope. But if I didn't have the scope, let's say they couldn't surgically do this to the scope, I couldn't throw. And then I went in and did a little thing, and now I was 100% again. This shallow socket that the shoulder is, all the muscles around it, and you got to rip it week after week after week. It's got to be 100%. You saw Andrew Luck try to get back there. Now that he is, we're all like, oh, one of the most beautiful motions in the history of quarterbacking is back 100%. We're all hoping for it. And the Cam's going to be the same way. Cam, you are the most physically gifted quarterback, if not human, we've ever seen. We want you back on the field at full strength. If it never comes all the way back, which I think is always a risk, quarterback in the NFL is not 80% of an arm, 90% of an arm. You can't do it. You got to be 99.
It is my obligation to annoy you and Kornheiser every week, Steve, by asking about defense. This week, I'll make it the Steelers' defense, which did a really good job on the Patriots. Can they go to New Orleans and do anything similar against Drew Brees?
Yeah, I think so, because you saw that the Saints could be had. I mean, Cam couldn't throw the ball, and they still lost 12-9. Something's up with the Saints. Why in the world why are the Rams and the Saints? I told you, the whole world's going offense. The rules have changed. I'm not going to back off of that. But the one thing that will always, no matter what rule changes are, that will make a defense work is 4 guys that can put pressure on the quarterback right up in his face. And the league-wide, you're seeing 4 or 5 teams are able to do this week to week now coming into December, and they will have something to say about the playoff football. And if the Steelers can do that, and this offense doesn't, stops the mercurial, amplitudes of the roller coaster they've been going through emotionally, the Steelers can do anything.
Would you take one of those defenses, Steve, above the others?
Oh, what are you trolling for the Bears?
I'm not trolling for anything.
Trolling for the Bears,
I'm not trolling for anything. I don't want to make him have nightmares about Dent and Hampton. I don't want to do that.
That's 30 years ago.
Is there a defense that you would take?
Gary Fensick. He just Gary Fensick, his job was to stand back in the middle of the field and just laugh. Look at you. So sorry. So sorry that things aren't going as well. Yeah, look, the Bears are great, but the Ravens are great. You know, the Chargers could be really great. We're not sure yet. We want to see that play out. There's a number of teams that could be great, but there's no question right now it's the Bears. We get it, but they have to come to San Francisco and play Nick Mullins. Watch out.
That's right, this week.
I hate the way you subvert this show. Let's get you out of here on this. Pro Bowl selections came out. Can you explain what it's actually like on the field in a Pro Bowl? It's not a real game, right? What is it like when you're on the field?
Yeah, but 20 years, it's changed a little bit. It's become more. Look, when I was there, you had the linemen shook hands, defensive, offensive. Look, everybody relax. But there was always one guy that wouldn't relax. There was always one guy that would make it a big mess for everybody, and you put yourself at risk. And nobody wanted to get into the Pro Bowl. My best friend, Pro Bowler Brent Jones, blew his knee out in the Pro Bowl. There's nothing worse. And so nowadays, I think they're super careful. It's more of a 7-on-7. It's a lot of fun generally. But I think more than ever, people are so successful. You know, there's a sense that if I'm not going to play in the bowl game to make sure they don't get hurt, then why would I play in the Pro Bowl if I'm going to get hurt? So I think there's a real risk for the Pro Bowl eventually going away because they can't get guys to play.
As always, thank you so much,
very
Stephen.
much,
Happy
Steve.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.